If you don't mind, I want to add on to what Richie was talking about in terms of Chester Himes, because one of the books that he wrote that's not part of the Harlem series, even though it takes place in Harlem, that I would suggest everybody to read is a book called Run Man Run,
Oh
which
yeah,
is
that's messed up.
that book is so crazy. I wrote about it in depth a few years ago for Crime Reads, and I had read it. I think the first time I read it was in the '80s, and then I reread it when I was getting ready to write about it. And that book is just so, in terms of police abuse, in terms of everything that he had in the detective novels is kind of reversed. I mean, the cops are far from the good guys in this case, and it just gets crazier and crazier. Um, all of Chester Himes' books is actually getting ready to be reprinted, thank God, because they've been out of print for a while. Um, but I also, one of the things I wanted to add to was talking about some of the literary writers who I think are who have helped me over the years in terms of writing noir. And I remember when I was in high school, one of my teachers gave me a copy of like the selected writings of Camus. I'm not Camus, of Franz Kafka. And I remember reading these stories, and I still read these stories when I'm working on crime fiction because they're just so dark and so it's like watching German expressionism films or whatever. They're surreal and a little bit crazy, but they say a lot. And I think those stories, along with people like Paul Auster and Don DeLillo, those kind of writers have helped me bring forth whatever I'm doing myself.